Good afternoon. It's 1:53 p.m. despite what my grandmother clock says. And it is July 20th, 2016. 5 more days until my surgery. That countdown has now begun. I'm a wreck. Should probably dye my hair and get it cut or something. I don't want it in the way of anything. What do we do as people? I mean, why? Is there a real reason why I'm sitting here talking to a screen and hopefully reaching out to people that will listen? I don't know. I don't know. It could be my personality. It could be a lot of things. But I do know I've been taken advantage of. My kid made an accusation a year or so ago on broadcast, saying the head abused her severely and called her the N-T word every day of her life. No, I didn't. Not any day of her life. It's a pretty shitty word. She calls her mental health her mentals. She excuses everything she does bad. It's because of her mentals. She did it 1 year at college, actually in web design, and she's actually one of the best web designers I've ever known, but she won't use it. And it's amazing, you know. I mean, if I'm such a bad mother, why did all the kids go to college? You know, I mean, let's think about it realistically. I guess one didn't, but that's because he got on at Microsoft right away, because he's a genius. Whereas all of them are a genius in their own way. And I know, I sound like a mother goose. Quack, 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 quack. I live in a household of fear. I do. I live in a household of fear. Why do I do that? I got a 16-year-old that gets away with everything. And I can't do anything about it. My stepdaughter's here. Can't seem to organize her life enough on anything. And her husband does all the work. Her girls, again, are geniuses. I mean, we're not talking, God, my kids are smart. I'm talking real geniuses. I mean, the oldest one plays the viola so beautifully. And she draws better than any Picasso I could have ever run into. Or a Vincent van Gogh. Any of them. This girl is that talented. The little one is so articulate, she could be doing a newspaper column all by herself right now, and she's 8. My grandson, of course, got another raise and got promoted. It's a big deal. My oldest son, I just read what I hear in the newspaper and little flyers going around. He's going to China, he's going to Cuba, he's going back to France. You know, he cooks and he takes care of whatever books needs to be taken care of for Mr. Pillsbury. His life is much better than most. I think he's a millionaire. And he's horrible to his sister. I mean, horrible. It's just horrible. This kid has lied so bad. He's not a kid. He's 42 years old, and he's lied so bad about the tormenting, the molestation of both his brother and sister, and raping his sister. I was at work. Do I think pornography should be around the house? Absolutely not. I was married to a preacher at that time, and he thought that pornography was no problem at all. He also thought that, you talk to any woman at all, too. I mean, what does it matter? I'm married. That's when I learned to become cold. I was better off with my second husband, who at least loved me. Couldn't stand being around me too long, but he did love me. He was just also a drunk. He would disappear for days on and days out. I never played around on you. Okay, he never played around on me. I mean, of course he did. Yeah. It's just a bunch of shit. And the first one can't be bothered with what I'm going through right now with her, my daughter. She's been good. She's fine. She's healthy. But she's not healthy. She is technically, she should have a little rest in a nice little home for a while. She didn't do all this damage. She didn't do any of the damage. She was born actually a very cute baby, but she did cry all the time, and she did get along better with her father. Her father was very good with her. He could rock her, pick her up. She'd fall asleep. I'd pick her up. Anyway, it didn't work out with her and I. Father was much better with her than he was with Nathan ever. So, he really loved his little girl. But then he didn't love his little girl because we got divorced, and so he didn't feel he should pay child support. But his mother should, The second one didn't pay child support until I finally found him, when the youngest one was 18, something like that. Needed water. Meantime, I'm working jobs. All kinds of jobs. Nursing, bartending, waitressing, managing, doing international shipments, and making sure that languages are correct. Then I finally got the love from my job. I deserved it. It's good money, and I deserved it. Right after my grandfather died, he raised me. He was always really stickler, and he was mad at me because I ran away from home. I did run away from home at 14. I got out of there as soon as I could. But the thing that really got the top of the tip of the damn castle was the fact that I left there under very strenuous conditions. It was bad. I married my minister, my counselor. Should I blame it on me? I don't know why I should blame. I blame it on me because I allowed it, and I blame it on him because he knew better. And he should have had his license removed as a minister. I mean, he should have. Meanwhile, as the marriage progressed, he judged his friends and anybody that believed the way he did, and he would not take any responsibility for the damage done to the oldest one. You know, him and my oldest one would get in fist fights. He was a crappy father. And he has people now who support him in his phase of 80ness and keeps on supporting him. He left me without a frigging dime. He didn't care. He left.